There is this thing called the prep center, and these are the reasons why you need to be using it. It's basically a middleman between Amazon and Amazon sellers. With the odd exception, Amazon don't actually own the stock that they sell. It's a lot like eBay. The difference is that Amazon have the warehouses and they store and then fulfill the products that sell through their platform. Getting your items to Amazon is a very time-consuming process. It's very complicated. Amazon are very particular about the condition that the products arrive in. They have to be just ready just to put straight into stock. So if you're an Amazon seller and you're either doing things from home in small quantities, like a few hundred products per month, or whether you're a very big seller that is selling tens of thousands of products each month, there's benefits to using a prep center. It means you can run your business completely hands off. Like, there's no hard work involved. There's no manual work involved. There's no prep, essentially. And the prep is basically things like labeling, polybagging, bubble wrapping, bundling, the things that consume the time. It's not an income generating task, which means it doesn't matter how long you spend on it, you're not going to be making any more money from it. Unlike an income generating task, which is, the longer you spend on that task, the more money you're going to be making. And so by outsourcing it, you're allowing yourself more time within your business to spend on the income generating tasks like sourcing products, making deals with suppliers, setting up supplier accounts, or putting marketing into whatever it is you're selling. Some people do what's called arbitrage or online arbitrage, which means they buy their stock on sale or discount or clearance from various different online stores and get it delivered to their house. If you're doing things from home, there's no waiting at home for deliveries. It takes time, it takes space, and it takes resources, which means you're not using your house, you're not using your bedroom or your living room or your garage as a prep room or like a warehouse or storage. There's no boxes lying around. There's no shipping supplies lying around like dunnage and polybags and bubble wrap. There's nothing. You don't need to have anything in your house. You can run your business from your computer essentially, and you don't have to handle the products. You get the prep center to do that. They receive your goods. The prep center inspects them. So if for example you're getting your package delivered from your supplier to your house, there'd be a matter of unpacking everything, counting it, make sure that everything's there and accounted for, inspecting it for damage or for variations, like make sure that the products you've ordered or what has actually arrived. Some suppliers don't actually deliver to residential addresses. Or what if you're doing wholesale? What if you're sourcing from wholesalers and distributors and directly from manufacturers themselves with massive minimum order quantities? Your delivery is going to be made on a lorry, on pallets, and what chance do you have of unloading a pallet on your driveway without a forklift? So thirdly, it means your business is able to scale a lot easier. If you are doing things from home, then you're going to hit a ceiling very quickly with respect to how much time you have, how much space you have, how many resources you have, like man hours. You're going to hit that ceiling really, really quickly. People who are selling in tens of thousands are not doing it without a prep center. There's no way you have space at home to be selling tens of thousands of units per month, prepping it all up and shipping it all out. Yeah, so it's scalable in the sense that you can be running things from home, but doing things on a big scale. Even if you're not doing things on a big scale, even if you're not going to hit that ceiling just yet with respect to how much time you have or how much resources you have, it's still just a matter of time. Even if you're just starting out, to start working with a prep center right from the beginning, even if you can be doing things from home, doesn't mean that you should be, because if you want to start with the end in sight, then start by using a prep center right off the bat. It means also that you don't have any of the big startup costs. When I started selling on Amazon, I initially had to buy lots of equipment, like £30 for a set of shipping scales, £20 for a tape gun, label printer, that can cost about £80, an A4 laser printer with a good supply of toner, hundreds of pounds, and some prep supplies, some consumables like the poly bags, like the bubble wrap, like label sheets and that sort of thing. So if you've only got a few £100s to get started with, then it may be in your best interest to use a few £100s just to source your products, send them to a prep center, and you get billed from your prep center after everything has been prepped and shipped and arrived at Amazon. So there's a delay in when you pay for the prep, which makes it better for cash flow as opposed to buying everything you need in the beginning and doing it all yourself. You're only paying for the things that you need. If you bought 200 items to sell in your first month and even just 10 of those items need a poly bag, you don't have to go out there and buy like 100 poly bags at the tune of like £10. When you only need 10, you're only paying for the supplies that you need. And so there's none of that startup cost. cost. You're only paying for the prep you need. You're only paying for the storage that you need. You're only paying for the staff that you need, the man hours that you need. What this means also is that if you go through a quiet period, you're not paying for massive amounts of overhead. You're not paying for staff. You're not paying for a big warehouse. All the overheads that come with having a scaled up setup during a quiet time is not something you have to worry about. You can actually go on holiday, switch it off for a bit, stop selling. Yeah, one more thing is that you don't need to know about how it's done. You don't need any of the knowledge about how to prep, knowing exactly what Amazon require of any given individual item, for example. If you're going to dive in doing everything yourself in the beginning, you're either going to be making a lot of mistakes, or you're going to be spending a lot of time researching with respect to what Amazon require of you. And then once everything's prepped, you still need to ship it to Amazon. And that requires shipping plans, delivery schedules, and the perfect collation of your items. So by using a prep center, you don't need to know any of this and how it's done. You can just start sourcing your products, and then you put your order in with supplier, and the supplier will ship them to your prep center. Next thing you know, your inventory is filling up. Cheers.